Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Shalah,
Shalah,
La, Nawa, Ha,
Ha,
Rakah,
Rakah,
Shaw,
Shaw,
Yahweh Shai,
Shai,
La,
La,
Dabar,
Dabar,
Amatka,
Amatka,
Ba,
Ba,
Wadash,
Wadash,
Saparka,
Saparka,
Wa,
Wa,
Halaza,
Halaza,
Lanawa,
Banawa,
Ma,
Ma,
Call,
Call,
Rayam,
Rayam,
Hazah,
Hazah,
Yawam, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Shai,
the water,
Water,
Aman.
Aman.
All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
For the Hebrew Israelites, GMS Louisiana Saints, Lafayette branch. All right, we come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked queendom. All right, as we know of in the scriptures, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Rome. All right, before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Kwam Yasha'Allah.
All right, we're out here another weekend in Babylon, man. All right, which we're commanded to do, which is the whole duty of man. All right, which is the fear of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, whom the world ignorantly calls God, and whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and keep the commandments. And we're keeping the commandments right now in this captivity by rehearsing the righteous acts through faith, man, through the best of our abilities. All right, and the Most High sent us out here to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, man. Let me get Jeremiah 28 and 8 real quick. All right. Yeah, man, because the prophets of old, all right, which if we believe through faith, we believe we are those prophets of old, man, those men of the Lord, all right? So now we're back in our lives doing what? Prophesying the downfall, just as our ancestors did, man, the prophets of old, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Malachi, all right? And so on and so forth, man. They prophesied the downfall of the captivity that they were catching hell up under, man, and they're oppressive in the name of the Lord, man. And those captivities failed, all right? And this captivity will do the same. Go ahead, brother.
It's Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me.
Right, and Jeremiah said the prophets that even been before him, man. All right, so there were prophets before Jeremiah on the scene, man. All right, David was a prophet, man. Solomon, okay. The southern and the northern kingdom was split into kings of prophets, man. All right, that took upon their ancestors in this word, man, which were the forefathers, man, the sons of God. Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee.
What did they do?
Of old, prophesied both against many countries.
Against many countries. Is not America a country? All right. We prophesied against many countries. All right, of the Lord's will and what the Lord will soon do, thus said the Bible, man. And those things happen, man. A clear indication that those men were prophets. And we're doing the same thing back in the spirit through faith. You got it,
it says, both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Against great kingdoms. It's not America a great kingdom. It's not Russia a great kingdom. It's not so-called China a great kingdom, right? These are great kingdoms that we prophesy against. Proverbs 21 and 1 says, the king's heart, all right, which your heart is your la'ab, your mind, is in the hand of the Most High, man. All right? So he turns it as the wind, whatsoever way it goes. And we prophesy onto that, man. Onto these kings, telling them, hey, man, you're only doing the Most High's will. Thus said the Bible. This prophecy will stand, man, according to Revelation 19 and 10, man. And when you go into that word prophecy in Revelation 19 and 10, it goes into what? The utterance of the Old and New Testament, which is Yahweh Shai, man. The whole roll, the volume of the book that our Lord came in. We prophesy and we confess, and we're eyewitnesses onto that, man. We're going to be eyewitnesses, all right, firsthand onto the glory and coming of whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You got it, bro.
It says, both against many countries and great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. All right? And we prophesy of that. We tell our people that in the mountain of troops, Yahweh Shaphat, all right, the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Most High is going to plead with all these other nations that round about, surround him with their military technology, man. Revelation 12 and 9, all right? Satan was cast out, man, from out of heaven, man. That's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right, he works for the Most High. All right, that's talking about his physical counterpart and his military capabilities, man. They're being cast out of the heavens, which is a state of rulership, down to what? A state of slavery. You got it, brother.
I got a quick psalm to back you up.
You got it.
This is Psalms chapter 119, verse 46. I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings and will not be ashamed. You got it. All right, so hey, we're doing that right now. Okay, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, speaking the Lord's testimonies, all right, the Lord's words, the whole volume of the book, all right, before kings, before the face of those that afflicted us, all right, Esau, Edom, and wherever brothers have camps scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching this gospel. Okay, we're preaching this word before the kings, and as the scriptures go into, our words have entered into the gates of the nobles, all right, the elites. Hey, so we're speaking his testimony, and we're not ashamed of it, because hey, like we was going into yesterday, we have work.
Go ahead, bro.
God.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Hey,
give it to him, brother.
God, we're not ashamed of this testimony because we have a sure word of prophecy, more sure word.
That's
not just a sure word, but a more sure word.
Yep,
brothers got it.
That's right, brother. A more sure word, a solid foundation. That house that I believe brother brought that out not too long ago. The city that is set upon the hill, I think Amos brought that out yesterday, cannot be hid, man. That city, New Jerusalem, you can't hide us. At the end of the day, only the Lord can actually hide us and say, okay, well, you are my hidden one. But ultimately, this world can't just try to beat us down for long and think the Most High is not going to come to redeem us, man. You got it, brother.
Khan, this is Isaiah. I'm going to start at 2. It says, lift up you the banner.
You start at from the top.
Okay, man.
All the chapter.
Khan, Isaiah 13 and 2. Isaiah 13 and 2. Verse 1, it says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner.
The burden of Babylon, because ultimately that's twofold. But Babylon, ancient Babylon, had a burden on it as well, man. All right? But spiritual Babylon, America, has that ultimate stain, that ultimate burden on it, because it's going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, man. Ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed by nuclear fire, man. That's talking about spiritual Babylon. So ultimately, America's going to bear that ultimate destruction, man. It's going to be made an ultimate mockery out of it, man. You got it, brother.
All right. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right, and the banner is the truth, man. We're lifting up this banner on the high mountain. And that banner, it's not only being lifted up, but that banner actually displays something. It actually has a message. It actually has directions on it. It's not just any banner that you just saying, hey, my team's going to win, all right? Come meet me at this place at 6 o'clock. No, this is talking about America's going to be destroyed. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Don't take the Charagma, man. All right? That's the banner that we lift up, man. To the world, to you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. To come back into this marvelous light, because it is marvelous, man. This light is marvelous, man. The Most High will totally change your whole perspective of living, man, in this truth, man. If you are called to do this works, man, you just have to have the patience of the saints. Not everybody has patience, man. This world is on temporary time, man. America is on a short string, and if y'all watch that cartoon Hercules, I forgot they were in and that's a good representation of cutting that hell doctrine, all right? But that Greek mythology, all right? But in this cartoon, nevertheless, in this cartoon Hercules, right? They had these little minions that were basically telling Hercules that his time was short. And they had a string that they were winding down, and they cut a little inch off the string to let Hercules know that, hey, if you don't do this will, all right, if you don't do this, do that, your time is short, all right, and you're going to be eliminated, man. And that's ultimately America. Back in Daniel's, it says what? Many, many tekel of Parson, man, all right? Babylon has been numbered and finished, man. It's going to be numbered to the sword, man, all right? The scriptures tell you if the wicked, if they be multiplied, it's going to be for the sword, man. America's almost at 8 billion people, if that, man, because we know we can't trust Esau when it comes down to Amak, to truth, to numbers. He'll try to manipulate the numbers just because he's in power, man. All right, but we know this place is overpopulated for judgment. Go ahead, bro.
It says, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
That's right, man. And that's what we're doing, man. All right? We're in the chief place of concourse, man. We're the elect on the right-hand side. You have the so-called elites. Our knowledge is on their level, man. We're there. We're at the table with them, all right? 2/3 of our people, y'all aren't at the table with these elites, man. These Rothschilds, these DuPonts, these Gettys, man. Meaning, when I say at the table with them, meaning know their plans, know their intentions, know what they're going to do next, man. Meaning, you have to have this word, man. This is not for 2/3 of our people. You're going to see lines upon lines upon lines wrapped around buildings, all right? Wrapped around these clinics, wrapped around these operation centers to get this, man. All you TikTokers, all you Instagrammers, they're going to be in line to get this, man. And that's what's going to put that separation on the planet Earth. That's what, like the brothers going into out in New York. Esau going to put that roofie in your drink, man. That last potion to try to deceive you, man. To make his enterprise come into fruition. But the Most High said he disappointed the devices of the crafty, man. So that they cannot perform their enterprise, man. Their wicked deeds. So Esau is about to go for that gold. And he's going to be going to the rim. He's going to be licking his chops like, ooh, I'm about to just slam dunk this thing. And then you're going to have Matumbo with that finger. The angel in Yahweh Shimei Shah, man, swatting his whole plan down, falling his whole enterprise, man. You got it, brother.
Just kind of backing up the brother a little bit on like the main headline news right now is Elon Musk going into, pretty much that micro C-hip in your head, man. All right, and he said test trials will begin within 6 months, man. All right, so we know that these prophecies are coming to pass.
Hey, I got you one just backing you up. All right. You got it. It's Revelation 13 and 14, and this is going into the brother sign. You got it, brother. Revelation 13 and 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Of those miracles.
Right, those miracles which is going to come by way of that sea here, man. All right, and other things as well, man. All right, going into, man and machine, man. All right, saying that you can walk, you can, you don't have to be paralyzed anymore.
Yeah.
All right, if you have a fog, like foggy thoughts, or you can't think as fast, we can help you with that.
Yeah.
You can't see, we can help you with that. All these different things. Yeah. These so-called miracles that this man has.
The Jews, because that's deception right there. Now you're seeing people out there like flies now. You're seeing it more and more and more. And it's going to be by the thousands, tens upon thousands, man. All right? You were deceived by that so-called miracle. Hey, come and get this potion inside of your body. It's going to make you immune. That's a so-called miracle on the left-hand side, man. You're going to be immune from this. Your body has an immune system, man. You see the deceit? But that should show you the low vibration on people are on. You just goy them to this beast, man. You just expendable. Like how if you see a cockroach just squashing it, you don't even think about that cockroach 5 seconds later, man. That's how Esau Edom is going to liken you people with this Revelation 13 and 16. But it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Yeah. Revelation 13 and 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
That's right, man. So if you go into Maccabees, it talks about them making a covenant, man, making an agreement, with what? The heathen, man. Right? And that's exactly what our people are going to do in these last days when they're in dire straits, man. When they're in dire situations and they're back against the wall, all right, they're not going to have any other option but besides to go to the heathen, man, because they lack that faith. Right?
Body. Taking a picture of the sun.
All right. The latter end, Revelation 13 to 14, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power, and when you even go into that, had the wound by the sword and did live. America is an extension of that fourth beast, man. The Roman Empire. All right? It's an extension to it. So you see all the philosophies being pushed so as the Roman Empire was, the ancient Roman Empire. But ultimately, the ancient Roman Empire fell, and it didn't get to perform that enterprise. It didn't have to, it didn't get to fulfill that NWO, one world currency. But just believe that were in the minds of these so-called, these Edomites, man, of the ancient Roman Empire. They wanted that. That was they're on the quest of their forefathers, man. These Edomites, they're on the quest of their forefathers, man, to make the world on one accord, one language, one religion under them, man. You got it, brother. Go ahead. Speak on it. Yeah, they're on that quest of their forefathers, and so as we are, man. We're on the quest of our forefathers, which is what? To have our king, Yahweh Shai, established over us, man, in the kingdom of heaven. Not Esau's digital kingdom, man. The metaverse. He wicked, man. But it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, man. All right? And that image of the beast is being pushed, and it's going to be pushed mainly through this C-hip, man. Revelation 13 and 16. All right? But ultimately, that's the image, that's the image of the society, man. That they push: democracy, feminism, Moism. All right? That wine, man. That's their image, man. And our people are so hell-bent after that image that they're going to take what comes with the image, which is Revelation 13 and 16, man. That implantable device, man. But it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And some of the men of the Lord are going to be martyrs for not worshiping this image, man. All right? For the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord says, precious in the sight of him is the death of his saints, man. Get it real quick. You got it, right? Y'all brothers have one. You can roll with it now. I'm just bringing it out. It's Psalms 116 and 15. It says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, man. Precious in the sight of the Lord. And that makes sense because the Lord said it pleased him to bruise Yahushua. So we're of that lineage, Lord willing. So it's going to be precious in the sight of the Lord. It's going to please the Lord to bruise us, man. It's going to be that sweet savor, that sweet sacrifice, man. Up to the Lord. Our bodies are, man. This is what we got.
All right, this Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4, and I'm going to read down to verse 5. Habakkuk 2, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right, the soul, man. From the womb, man. Just like we were sanctioned at the beginning, Esau was there, the spirit of the serpent, man. And we understand that today through faith, man. That spirit of the serpent, the spirit that was in Cain is that spirit of Esau, Edom today, man. It's the same spirit. You got it, brother? Go ahead.
All right, this is
I got it. Psalms 58 and 3. It's Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. Esau, Edom. As soon as he be born, speaking lies, man, that same spirit came back. You had the spirit that is in the serpent, all right, which came between Adam and Eve, that came in between them to try to get them to go off and transgress. You got that spirit that was in Cain, all right, that knew what a righteous sacrifice was, but still offered up unrighteous, man. And you had that spirit of Esau, Edom, that sold his blessing for a morsel of meat, man. That is the same identity right there, man. Today, to these Amalekites, man. These so-called oohs, man. You got it, brother.
All right. Habakkuk 2, verse 4 again, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
And the just is Jacob, man. All right? Because why? The power and the God of the Hebrews chose Jacob, man, to give the commandments to give the law to. And ultimately, to give faith to as well, man. Faith in who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, in that name, in the fear of the Lord. Like the scriptures tell you, we abide in the shadow of the Almighty. The shadow of the Almighty is the truth. If you're in somebody's shadow, that means necessarily you're being protected. And ultimately, you're in a cool place because you got some shade. You got it, bro.
Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine.
By what?
By wine.
By what?
By wine.
By wine. His philosophies, man. It tells you in Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, I believe. Therefore, the nations are mad, man. His stain has touched across the entire globe, man, because it was given into his hand. The scriptures tell you, then, like in the first book of Maccabees, then evils multiplied on the earth. When the wicked were in rule. Notice that, man. When the wicked are in rule, evils are multiplying. Folly multiplies. Now you got to pattern that with America. This is basically about to turn to a lawless country, man. Anything goes, because ultimately we see anything goes. We're just waiting for that bubble to burst, man. And all those wars, those pestilence, those famines that Jeremiah spoke of, that the prophets before him spoke of, and the prophets after, which are us, Lord willing, is going to come to pass, man. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the moment we've been coming back in reincarnation for, man, to see Yahushua, man, in his angelic form, to be a part of that wedding as the bride, the chaste virgin of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And we wouldn't let anything stand in the way from that. The scriptures tell you, take heed, let no man take thy crown. This is our crown right here. Until we get those spiritual bodies, this is our crown right here, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is what puts us above this low-level society, man. This society is done, man. These people have vain conversations all day. It's just wickedness all day, man. And we're tired of it, man, because the righteous, we're, like we asked the Lord, how long shall you let us suffer this, Lord? Because we're literally crying out in our acts and our deeds and our thoughts. Our thoughts are crying out. Our spirits is crying out. Like the scriptures tell you, the spirit making intercession for us, man, with groans and utterings. And the Lashawan Kodash, man, things we can't actually get out, but the Lord knows our spirit from the beginning and gets it out of us, man. You got it, bro. Salaki.
Yes, Lord. Habakkuk 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Right. Transgresseth as wine, as the serpent. A proud man came, Esau Edom, man. Oh, I know. Your brother blood cried out to me, Cain. I'm my brother's keeper. That's proud, man. The Most High made it you, man. He put you in your position. And you're going to worship Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. Esau Edom. And you're going to know that we're the children of the Most High, man. You've wronged us. And you're going to know the sentence of slavery and ultimately extinction was just upon you, man. Even when you're getting put to extermination, Esau, you're going to know that that decision that was put upon you in that place, in that low state that you're finally at, is going to be just and righteous, man. You got it, man.
It says, the latter end of verse 5, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. He enlarges himself as hell. But notice, he enlarges himself as hell, meaning what? Slavery, a low place. That means he comes in the name of slavery, to put you in slavery, to put you in chains, to put you under him, man. It didn't say he enlarges himself as the heavens. No, man. And think of how the society is being ran. Anything goes, man. You can be who you want to be in a false tense of what? Well, I'm trying to better your life. I'm trying to give you some money. I'm trying to put some money in your pocket. What do you mean you don't like God? You see what I'm saying? What do you mean you don't like girls? I'm trying to feed your family in a false pretense of a reality, man. This is the Matrix, man. And we don't want that fake steak, man. We don't want what you spoon feed and crap gay tile people, man, through the transatlantic slave trade. We don't want that, man. We want justice. And this town ain't big enough for the both of us, Esau. So one of us has to go. One of us has to go and get put low. And that's you, Esau. Go ahead, bro.
It says, I'm going to read the latter part again. It said, the latter part of verse 5, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You know, going into that NWO, because that's what it's all about. You know, Esau, Edom gathering all nations together, okay, to worship his system, his beast system. Just as Nimrod did during the time of the Tower of Babel, where he gathered all nations that were on the earth during that time to do what? To help build up his tower, his system. And you even had, a percentage of the sons of God that was even partaking in building up that Tower of Babel, just as you have Jake today. You know, all of them, got their head stuck up Esau's ass, going out voting, trusting in his science and his medical industry. Okay, it's the same thing all over again. But as the brother was going into, Esau Edom is gathering all nations of people together for the purpose of what? Enslaving all humanity. And how is Esau looking to do that? Via his technology. That's right. Okay. So I'm going to read verse 6. And after that, that's going to be it. Verse 6. Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Shall not all these, all these nations, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? Into him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that's what these nations are saying about these Edomites now. Woe to him that increaseth. Let me read it again.
Yeah. Right, brother.
Woe to him, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Because all this stuff that Esau Edom has doesn't belong to him. America, okay, us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all of this wealth and all of this success that he's built up over the last 600 some odd years, ever since he came out of the caves of the Caucasus Mountains, everything that this devil has to this day, he's done nothing but rape, robbery, and murder to gain it. That's right. Okay, so now the Lord has a spirit throughout the whole entire planet Earth. Not just on us per se, but really like all nations to a certain extent. Well, all these nations are basically coming out and cursing this devil out. Like I remember a few months back, and you brothers probably remember this too. I want to say that one of those countries, one of those European countries, I want to say either the Netherlands or Belgium or something like that, Switzerland, whatever, where you had like this mass protest of farmers.
Yeah.
In that particular country,
Kind.
And there was protesting and things like that, and they had signs out there like how we have these signs, but on the signs they had like pictures of like Fauci and Klaus Schwab, and like underneath their faces,
right.
They had, it said wanted. Right. So all these these nations, they're waking up to the agenda and the plans of these elites. Yeah. But it's just you jakes out there that's not waking up. And
and we know, man, like if you got a dad that when your dad come home, if you did something bad and moms go back and report, he gonna come in and not ask no questions. That's the type of power we serve, man. So we know it's gonna get bad in you 2/3, man. When the Lord comes down with all this judgment, man, the Lord's gonna mop you 2/3 up, man, and put you in a shameful state when you come back in the kingdom of heaven, man, knowing the acts that you did were devious and strife, envy, vanity, and the Lord gonna present the truth to you in a simplistic form, like, hey, these men were always out here. These are the men that you took for naught. You're gonna be ashamed, man. You got it. I got one back here.
All right, this is backing up the brother. All right, this is James 5:3. It says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it with fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. All right, and that's going into Esau Edom, man. This is robbery. All right, he's established a town on blood and bloodshed and rape, robbing, stealing everything, taking everything. All right, and as the brother said, Jacob's the only people, all right, who have been robbed and raped the most, abused and oppressed the most. They have the Stockholm syndrome. They have Stockholm syndrome of just wanting to forgive their enemy, their oppressor, man. All right, and throwing it underneath the rug. All right, while continuously getting whipped.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to back you up, bro. This is Genesis 4 and 13. Well, Salakia, I'm going to start at verse 11. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. And the scriptures tell you the souls of the just complain continuously. All right? Continuously. For what? For justice. A just soul complains for justice. It says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, see bitter. See? In that same mindset, oh, you slayed your brother because he gave up an acceptable sacrifice to the Most High. But still, oh, your punishment is more than you can bear? See that mindset? That's the same mindset that Esau Edom on the planet Earth today, man. Same mindset, huh? Oh, my punishment. What do you mean, slave? Get over that. That wasn't me. That was me. Get over that. Slavery, how long ago was that? This is 2022, man. You gotta love everybody. Nah, man. The Lord didn't forget. We don't forget either. It says Genesis 4:14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And that's why there's no peace when Esau Edom is in rulership, man. He's a fugitive and a vagabond. He's trying to take upon everyone's identity, man. You can't trust somebody like that. There's going to be no peace around you because you don't know what you're dealing with. You always come with hidden agendas, lies, deceit, craftiness, guile, like the subtlety, left-hand subtlety, man. And then the scriptures tell you, a chapter before it says, what? In Genesis, the 3rd chapter, it says, the serpent was the more subtle beast of the field, man. The same spirit that's in Esau. We've identified you, Esau, all right? Because like the brother was saying that wanted, backing up that wanted poster, if the other nations and the heathens know, then the sons of the Most High Lord wouldn't will that number. We know, man. We know you're a fugitive, a vagabond. You got it, brother.
All right, I got one. This is Jeremiah 13 and 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin?
Ooh, good one, bro.
Or the leopard his spots? Then may he also do good that is accustomed to do evil. So, like the brother was referring to, he said that the same spirit that was in Esau before is the same spirit that is in Esau today, man. Those spirits are just reincarnated back or regenerated back into the earth again, man, today. All right, and we see that by the nature of his God, man. All right, coming in that like the brother's going into, man, being that serpent, man, being like a dragon. All right, trying to consume you, trying to get the best of you. All right. That's it on that.
This is Job chapter 20. We'll start from 19 and read down to 20. All right, Job chapter 20, verse 19. Go let that noise pass real quick, Akim. Job chapter 20, verse 19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, talking about the wicked, right? It says, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, talking about America, as well as every other region that Esau Edom rules today. You know, like Esau took it all by violence. It says,
hey, like I say, Brother Bashar, and the Most High is just because, just how Esau came and took it with violence, it's going to be taken away in violence. You see? That's real justice. Like, these court systems, they don't serve proper justice, man. We know that. We don't have to get into that. But we know the Most High is the judge overall, man. That's ultimate justice. Okay, you took it in violence, right? well, it's going to be taken to violence. You got it, brother.
That's Revelation 18.
Yep, that's
Great
right, bro.
violence.
Yep.
Great
Authority,
Babylon.
yep.
Yeah, God.
I got you too.
It says, verse 20, Job 20, verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not say of that which he desires. So these elites, they don't feel any quietness in their belly. Okay, and why is that? Because this word is going out. You know, they're being exposed. Okay, they're being, you know, these nations are rising up against them and their agendas, saying, you know, woe to him that, roughly paraphrased, woe to him that increases
That which is not his.
Yeah, that which is not his. Okay, these devils, because like the brother was bringing out, all right, going back to Cain, there will come a time where there will be fugitives on the planet Earth. And when you're a fugitive and a vagabond running away from your judgment for a crime, you know, you can never get a good night's sleep.
No.
You know, you can never
restless.
Yeah.
And the scriptures even say that. It say he doesn't sleep. Maybe it's a proverb. You got it. He don't sleep. I think it's roughly paraphrasing. He don't sleep unless he does some type of wickedness.
I think that's,
you know?
Maybe Michael too. Michael. Okay, so I could be wrong, but yeah. Like the brother was saying, these devils, they don't sleep unless they do wickedness, because they need to commit wickedness in order to you know, cover up their identity and cover up their agenda. Because, you know, what's a part of their wickedness? Deception. All right, you know, falsehood. You know, trying to cover up their wicked, trying to cover up their tracks. You know, that's exactly what a fugitive and a vagabond does.
Yes.
Cover up their tracks so that they won't be found out for whatever crimes they commit. And so these devils, they don't feel any quietness in their bellies, because now we're testifying, we're giving a testimony out throughout the four corners of the earth to tell the world that they're that vagabond, that fugitive, or that man of sin that was, you know, the wicked, going all the way back to the garden. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to read verse 20 again. Job 20, verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired, because Esau Edom desires to have all nations gathered unto him, to control the nations via his technology, but he won't be able to save it, because the Lord is going to, you know, destroy his agenda. Okay, as a brother quoted earlier, how the Lord is going to basically cut off the wicked devices of the wicked.
Right. His enterprise.
Yeah, that was it for this one.
But, I want to read that one again, and you got it in mind. I want to read that Job 20 in the NLT. It's Job 20:19. You got some good one in it. It said, "For they oppressed the poor and left them destitute. They foreclosed on their homes. They were always greedy. They were always greedy and never satisfied." Now, if the Lord can say that, they were always greedy, that means what? Their spirit. That spirit that was in them was never upright, man. It was always that greedy, desirable to take everything spirit, man. Even take your life. He killed his own brother. How wicked is that, man?
Even, you got it, brother. In Sirach, the 10th chapter, it tells you, there's a scripture in Sirach 10 where it says, there, roughly paraphrasing, there's nothing more evil than a covetous man. You know, so hey, like the brother brought out, Esau Edom was always greedy, okay, from the womb, and look how much evil he spread throughout the earth because of his greed. But even with all of his greed, he's still not satisfied.
Man. Yep, you got some more, right? It says, they were always greedy and never satisfied. Nothing remains of all the things they dreamed about. Nothing is left after they finish gorging themselves. Therefore, their prosperity will not endure. That's Esau Edom, man. All right? You stealing, but you're in debt. Like the scripture said, you laying yourself with thick clay, man. Here you are, you owe, but you still out there in the spirit of, man, I'm going to take everything. Not like, oh, man, let me pay these people off. Let me work to pay these people off. No, you in the spirit of, I'm taking everything. I don't care what I owe you. You got it, bro. You speaking it.
I just had a precept.
All right, you got it.
All right, this is let's see. This is Jeremiah 22 and 13. It says, "Woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chamber by wrong. that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work, man. And that's basically what Esau has done to the nation of Israel. He's basically made us work, build up his kingdom, establish his kingdom, you know, and the little crumbs of the prophets that the crumbs of the prophet that he have gotten off in our people, he gives it in the sense of welfare, food stamps, you know, these little different government aids, you know, Section 8 housing, or even a stimulus check, man. You know, but they owe us a lot more, man. They owe us a lot more than what they, than what they're giving us, basically. All right. But the Lord required, you know, the blood, the sweat and tears that it took to build up this place which you call America, Babylon. All right.
You know what, too? I think just recently out there, and I want to say California, they passed a law to basically, allow Jake to receive reparations.
Yeah,
I believe that was
223,000 or something like that.
That was out there in California, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right. But that's all that's there, because here it is. Here it is. They passed that law, but Esau might not, give Jake that money unless, because you already know, Esau might come down and say, you know what? If you Negroes, if you want that so-called reparation money, which is basically BS, you got to take this, that charagma. So, hey, it's all a snare.
That's Jake is gonna flock to that, man.
And they come with all kind of little hidden, like whenever you watch a commercial and at the end they say them little words real fast. Mm-hmm. It comes with all kind of stipulations, man.
Oh yeah, mesothelioma. And then you just hit that, you like, what? Mesothelioma? Like, what do you mean? What was that? Asbestos? Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Now you telling me this years later? It's just number snares, man. Yeah. Esau wants to keep you on that string of hope and prosperity, and it's a false mirror, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. But this one, I wasn't looking for this one, but I couldn't find the other one. It's kind of like it. It's Psalms 36 and 1. The transgression of the wicked said within my heart that there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. And that's Esau Edom, man. He acts and operates as if there's no fear of the Lord before his eyes, man. He's been doing that before the beginning. You literally got Adam and Eve, but you throwing crosses in between them? You got no fear, man. You know what's acceptable to the Lord, but you gonna kill your brother? You got a birthright given to you by the Lord, but you gonna give it away for a morsel of meat? No integrity, man. Esau Edom, man. Jake is the one, our people are the ones that have integrity, man, that have values, standards, and morals, man. Because what? They come from the law. We keep the law, man, to the best of our ability. But it says, for he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He had left off to be wise and to do good. He devised mischief upon his bed. He said to himself in a way that is not good. He abhorred not evil. The soul that has been lifted up in him is not upright, man. He said to himself in a way that is not good. Why? Because his spirit. If you setting yourself in a way that's not good, if you setting yourself in evil, it's because your spirit is evil, man. Your spirit is wicked. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Like the brother just said, they abhor not evil. To abhor something means basically to look down upon it. To look at it as like an abomination, basically. That Esau Edom doesn't look at evil and wickedness like that. He instead of abhorring it, he uplifts it. Okay, that's his whole entire MO, just doing evil upon evil upon evil, iniquity upon iniquity upon iniquity. But now we're in the time where his iniquities and his sins have reached up unto the heavens. So the Lord is casting it down spiritually via this word. And then ultimately, Yahweh and the angels are going to come back and take him down physically. Okay?
the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 7. It says, for promotion coming neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. And, just backing up that Daniels, man. All right? The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. And he set it up over it, whomsoever he will. But just so happened at this time, you have the basis of men over it. Esau Edom, man. That low level vibration. And as the ruler is, so is the people. So if the ruler has a low vibration, low standards, just letting anything go, just a crooked, wicked devil, then the society is going to be liking onto that, man. That's why you see the murder increasing, violence, all right, robberies increasing, carjacking. That's judgment, man. And that's ultimately showing you that the times are prophetical, man. But it says, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, and it's full of mixture. And the scriptures tell you that Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. All right? And that cup runneth over with nothing but wickedness, man. But guess who's going to drink that cup? All right? It says, and he poured out the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them, man. Starting with Esau Edom, man. Moab, all right? Ammon, Ishmael, you're going to drink of that cup as well. But Esau Edom, he's going to have that special cup because we're going to cut off the son and the nephew, man. According to Isaiah the 14th chapter. He's going to get that cup of extermination, all right? After that 1,000-year period, all right?
Esau can get the extra large cup. like
yeah.
When you go to fast food joints, you got the small cups, the medium, the large. Or Esau's can get the extra large cup.
The one they get from the back, they're like, you got something else. Be that big old mega cup. You be like, dang.
Big ass cup.
They be drinking that like a slurpee. You gonna drink all that down, man. But it says, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. No horns, man. That scarlet colored beast is gonna get cut off, man. Those 7 heads, 10 horns. It's gonna be cut off, man. All right, and the rulerships of the righteous, they're gonna be exalted. Your so-called average Joe, man, look at this guy, man. He's just on the job. He don't say nothing. He just go home, come to work, straight face, don't mess with nobody. He's serious about something. Yeah, we serious about Yahweh Shemi Hoshai, man. That's what's gonna have us exalted into our original lives. And we pleased by it. The Lord just putting us back where we were from the beginning, man. So this is rightfully ours if we be of that number. It's rightfully ours. We're in, like, that's why the Lord said he gonna render us blameless, basically. Because we ain't doing nothing wrong. We just teaching what is ours. You got it, bro.
All right, I got one backing you up. This is, backing up the topic. This is Isaiah 35 and 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children by the force of the sword in the time.
Perpetual, it's been ongoing. Yeah. It's been long term.
Ezekiel 35 and 5.
You got it.
All right, this is Ezekiel 35 and 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. So basically, the Lord, all right, is going to judge Esau Edom, man, for, basically elevating the punishment of our people, man, like he overdid it, man. All right, feeding our babies to alligators, all right, tying up our different ligaments, tying up our different arms and our legs, horses and splitting them, like he's doing all kind of manner of wickedness, man. Yeah. Sleeping with our wives, making the sons sleep with the mothers, man. All that wickedness, bro. You gonna pay for that, bro.
Buck breaking.
Yeah,
you just degraded us, man. That's what you did, Esau. You degraded our people, spit on us, treated us like nothing. But the Lord calls you spitter. You see, how the roles get reversed like that. Now we're in a lot of getting stepped on by a base man. This guy is a translucent, don't even have any melanin in the skin. I mean, we could go on, but he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. All these characteristics match up with Esau. Like how you have on these little movies where they have the little DNA scanner be da-da-da-da-da, how much percentage, 100% match to Esau Edom, man. You got some more?
Yeah, I got some.
You got it.
All right, Ezekiel 35:6, it says, wherefore, as I live, says the Lord, I will prepare unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. All right, so blood is going to pursue Esau, because Esau pursued blood, man. He wasn't satisfied with the blood that he shed, man, like the scripture say in Sirach, man.
Hey, bring that last one out one more time to let it in up.
It says, I will prepare unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said, thou hast not hated blood.
Thou hast not what?
Thou hast not hated blood.
Thou hast not what?
Thou hast not hated blood.
So Esau don't hate blood. He's not a stranger to blood. In fact, he loves blood. Yeah. All right? This is Sirach 34:21. The bread of the needy is their life. He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood. That's Esau Edom, man. You a man of blood. You hated blood not, man. You love persecuting. And you have a particular target on the planet Earth, man. You so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. That's Esau's target, man. All right? And like the brother's going into, you different strategic, we could go on and on. The Tuskegee experiment, Rosewood, all right? The Black Wall Street, all right? You just have a perpetual hatred for us, man. And even now, up until this juice, man, the Lord is not pleased by that, with that, man. You poking out people with this juice, man. And neither is the Lord pleased with you Israelites that are going down and accepting it and taking it, man. Because there's another side of righteous judgment. That's wicked judgment. There's two sides of judgment, man. Guilty, not guilty. You get the penalties for being guilty. You get the reward for being not guilty, man. You got it, bro.
And it said, and blood shall pursue thee. See, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Now, that can also go into as well, like Esau, like literally eats, like he eats his meat raw. All right, when he goes hunting, what he does to the animal, man? He takes the blood, he wipes it on his face, he wipes it all over him, man. This guy really is not satisfied with blood, man. He loves to shed the blood, man. He's the sword.
He's not well done.
Yeah.
We like our, you know what I mean, brothers that do eat steak, we like our steak fully cooked, well done. All the way done, fully approved. Esau don't want it that way. He wanted uncut, medium, rare. Then he even puts it out on the earth, and we seen Jake. Jake will even tell you this now. That's how you know that wicked vibration is going on, man. And Esau Edom will say, man, I like a little blood. Jake be saying that he is. I like a little. That come from Esau, man. You are of your father the devil. You got it, huh?
One of my own cousins actually told me that.
You like a little blood?
Yeah, you gotta have a little blood.
Now clearly, like, that's a passed on tradition amongst Jake, man. That wickedness, bro. Like, that comes from slavery, man. That non-integrity, that low base mindset was beaten into us by Esau, man. Because he had us in his possession. So that's like if you have kids in your house, ultimately those kids, they're gonna be getting disciplined under your authority. They're gonna be likened unto the vibration of that household, man. That's how people were molded through transatlantic slave trade, man. We started having Stockholm syndrome, loving the oppressor, even though we getting beat on. We're the only ones that's just getting all this torment, all this oppression. We still loving it like, oh, I'm in the wrong. Oh, I know you beat me. I know you putting your foot up me, but it's my fault. Nah, man. Seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's the key. That's the key, man, to unlocking that faith, the name of the Lord, man. We know the name of the Lord comes with a lot of strength and power. Brothers have their own testimonies, man. So that's why we're not going to bend, break, or fold, Lord willing, in these latter days, man. Because the Lord He's personally dealing with us and showing us, man. We wholeheartedly believe that the Lord is dealing with each and every one of us, and the apostles on down to the least of us, man. You got it, bro.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 9. It says, "Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good." Because a brother brought out the scripture earlier in I believe the Psalms, where it talks about how Esau Edom abhors not evil. Well, the Lord clearly tells us right here in the scriptures to abhor evil, okay, and to cleave to that which is good. Showing that, us Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are a totally different breed from these Edomites. We have no reason to join hand in hand with these people because they live after a different manner of life from us. Like it tells you in Genesis 25, the birth of Jacob and Esau. That there will be two manner of people, okay, coming out of Rebekah's womb. That two manner of people, not only goes into how we like rap music and R&B and stuff like that. They like rock music and country music. It goes beyond that. Ultimately, it goes into how, okay, we will be two manner of people, okay, from each other in a moral sense. We will be the righteous or the good, and they will be the wicked, the evil. So here it is. The scriptures, there's various scriptures that exhort us, all right, as Israelites to abhor evil, to hate the evil, all right, and love the good. Whereas they love evil and they love evil and they hate good.
I got you on that. You got it. It's Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth, okay? Osalaki. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, and as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So the Lord said he loves Jacob and he hates Esau. Okay, showing you right there, the Lord does not love all nations, all people upon the planet Earth. Okay, and why does the Lord hate Esau? Because he's the wicked. Okay, he was created to be the wicked. He was created to be the border of wickedness, or pursuant to Malachi, the first chapter. Okay, he was always wicked, or from the womb, going all the way back since the time he was a serpent in the garden. Okay, during the time that he was Cain, or he murdered our forefather Abel.
That was a nation of people, man.
Yeah,
that was Esau Edom, man. The Edomites were a nation of people, man. Those were the Lord's people. We were made in Genesis, the first chapter, in the 6th day. We were put in that image, man. That image comes with a whole lot. Name, identity, location, Eden, Jerusalem. The Lord put all those things in us, man. Just like from the beginning, the serpent had his identity. He had his characteristics. All right, he had his personality or his persona, man. And that was to what? Be deceiving, subtle, crafty. Be ultimately, you got to have a Brother Maya going to the all-time protagonist and antagonist, man. That was set up from the very beginning. Heroes, villains.
You got it, brother. You still want that Isaiah 46 and 9?
Kind. Let me bring this out real quick. It's Proverbs 4:16. It says, this is the one I was looking for earlier. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. And here's the point. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall, man. That's Esau, man, and that's the lot, like the brother Maya said, a fugitive. That's the identity of a fugitive, man. You can't sleep. You hear a little crack or a little rustle, you jumping up like, oh, is that them? They coming to get me? That's how Esau is, man. A fugitive and a vagabond, man. Oh, I gotta hurry up and eat. Man, I don't even want it well done. Just give me what you got. Give me what you got. That same personality, man. Impulsive. Paranoid, man. But it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness. The Lord said you eat the bread of wickedness, man. The scriptures tell you, we just brought it out. The bread of the needy is their life, man. But it says he eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So Esau eat him at his cup, like it tells you in Job. The Lord is going to make it rain on him while he's filling his belly. So at his table, he's got the bread of wickedness set up. He got the wine of violence, and he's just drinking wine, eating bread of wickedness, drinking the wine of violence. And what comes forth out of him? Hell, wrath, destruction, mischief, gluttony, greed, hatred, envy. And some of our people, like the scriptures tell you in the New Testament, it tells you some of them have gone after Satan, man. Some of our people take on that same identity as Esau Edom, man. Deceiving our people in the name of Esau, in the name of the serpent, in the name of those philosophies, those doctrines, that wine, that bread of wickedness, that wine of violence, man. Just to get a seat at that table to get crumbs, man. And it's sad, man. The Lord is revealing that in these last seconds of time, and his word shall not return void. You got it, brother.
I got one there. This is Matthew 7 and 18. It says, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. All right, so the corrupt tree being Babylon is breaking and brought forth corrupt fruit, which is the spawn of the Israelites, the wicked Israelites, and 2/3. Like the brother is going into, the different philosophies that you're into, the culture that you're into, the kill culture, all that, hip hop and all that different stuff like that, man. All right, that is the tree of corruption, man. All right, while the tree, all right, of righteousness is the ones who are following the scriptures, man. The Israelites, man. The Israelites that are waking up to who they are, man. Waking up to their identity, their heritage, their customs.
Yes,
things like that.
Hey, in the spirit, you said identity, because in Genesis, the first chapter, it tells you a tree yields fruit after its own kind. So the kind of tree that it is going to yield that fruit from that tree. So the fruit is going to be likened unto the tree. All right? And that's likened unto us. We're of the kind of tree that's set up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And our fruits, our labors, they reflect on that. The fruits and the labors of that wicked tree, they're reflecting in the earth. And you simple-minded jakes, boneheads, numbskulls, are just walking in la-la land, full of perks, full of weed, full of cocaine, man. The pleasures that Esau is just living it up in, man. But all those, like the brothers go into it all the time, in that day, all those drugs, they're not gonna have any effects, man. In that day of judgment, man. You're gonna be trying to go and shoot up and get high, it's not even gonna have any effects on it, man. Thus said the Lord. You're gonna be sober on to all this judgment, all this war, all this pestilence, all this famine, man. You got it, bro.
All right, this is verse 19. It says, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire. So America is what? Likened into that tree. And what is being uprooted by what? These scriptures, the prophets prophesied. All right, uprooting the lies and the deception of this place. All right. It says, whereby their fruits ye shall know them, man. So there's a separation because of the fruit, man. All right. And the fruit goes into your actions, the way you carry yourself. You'll know that who the men of the Lord are, all right, and who are the men of the world, man. All right, by their actions, by what they're doing. All right, are they going along with the same system that everybody else is going along with? Or are they going along by the words of this Bible, man? All right.
Yeah, because backing up what the brother is going to, there's even scriptures where Yahushua spoke about how every tree that that bear, that brings forth not good fruits shall be hewn down. Roughly paraphrasing it, okay. And how is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua going to hew down, all right, every tree that bears not good fruit? In this case, the brothers was going into America. America is likened to a tree that bears not good fruit, corrupt fruit, right? So how is the Lord hewing down America, this tree that's bringing not forth good fruits? This is Hosea chapter 6, verse 5. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. So spiritually, the Lord is hewing down, all right, this tree called America via the prophets. Coming out on the highways and the byways every week, every day, okay, and preaching this word, speaking out against this system, this beast system and its image, and as well as its charagma, okay. We're spiritually hewing down this tree in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. And it's all going to lead to Yahweh Shai and the angels coming back to physically hew down and cut down this wicked, corrupt tree that has spread forth its wicked roots throughout the four corners of the earth. That's right.
Hey, just to back you up, this is Isaiah 14, and I'm going to start at verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? You see, and that's what's coming to the state of Esau Edom. All right, these other nations are seeing that vulnerability in this place, man. They're seeing that opportunity to strike. All right, they're seeing that weakness in America, man, because of what's allowed here, man. And ultimately, their military. The face of America's military is a joke, man. Bunch of blonde-haired bug-outs, man. All right, bunch of mistaken identities. You know what I mean by that? Switchables. You got it, flip floppers. Yeah, man.
Don't ask, don't tell us.
Yeah. So when you think of a strong, mighty country, you think of it in terms of their military, man. And the military of America is likened unto a weakened, vulnerable system, man. And these opportunities are going to arise for these other nations to attack, man. We see it all through the news, man. The foreign policies, the treaties. America is being weaker and weaker. The miry clay, man. All right? It says, verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave. And it tells you in Isaiah the 10th chapter, the city of confusion is broken down, man. All right? America is being broken down systematically, economically, socially, financially, educational-wise. Education isn't what it was 10 years ago, man. This banking system isn't what it was 5 years ago, 2 years ago, man. The military, for certainly, is not what it was 10 years ago, man. So that's a tall tale sign that the world, who the world even really calls Jesus Christ, is about to crack those clouds, man, and deliver the salvation unto the nation of Israel, man. All right? Verse 14, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. What does heaven mean? Heaven is a state of rulership. All right? You say, the common phrase that often is going out is, this is a white man's heaven and a black man's hell. That's used to say, okay, heaven is a state of rulership. Hell is a low situation. Jonah describes being in the belly of the beast as hell. That shows you that it's a low condition, man. There's no fiery pit under the earth. But it says, verse 14, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. And how has Esau Edom done that? SpaceX, his space. He has an actual space military, man. There's going to be a war in the heavens. The Lord is clearly telling you this. Okay, well, this man has a space military, all right? He's in the heavens. He has NASA, okay? He has actual people that are in the borders of the heavens trying to form military and militant bases, man. Yeah. Come on, man. But it says, I will ascend up onto the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, the northern hemisphere, here in America, man. This is Esau's bread and butter, his pride and joy. But it's the vanity of it is just like if you see it in these cartoons, they'll pick up a solid. It'll appear to be solid, but then it'll just mesh in their hands. It'll just go down like it'll be a rock or something. It'll be like, and they'll try to put it back together like this, and it'll just fall back again. That's what America is to Esau, man. He's trying to put the little pieces together. Oh, open the stores up a little bit. Well, this is just a light recession. Don't try to downplay it, man. This place is about to be destroyed. But verse 14, it says, and it's just backing up a mind. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet shalt thou be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look unto thee. Oh, Salakia. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation. Just backing up the brother that cut down, man. He's gonna be cut down, literally, man. But what ultimately the word is, the Most High is beautiful, man. He's doing it by us, all right. He has prophecy that has to be fulfilled, but we're ultimately a part of prophecy, and ultimately Yahushua, which is the word, man. And in his angelic being, Yahushua is gonna cut this place down. Isaiah the 63rd chapter, man. Trying that wine press, man. That sickle. You got it, brother.
I got one now. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Well, I can start at 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwell in the clefts of the rocks. All right? It says, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring him down to the ground? All right, going back into Esau's pride, man, is what he has the eagle as his emblem, all right, which is the most highest flying bird, all right. Because what, man, he looks down, all right. You have the skyscrapers, all right. You have the skyscrapers. You have his different 5-story, 10-story buildings. All right, to what? He can look down on you, man. That's the pride of the devil, man. All right, he has the space stations, as the brother said, that are in the heavens. All right, he has his military. All right, his space station or his space force in the heavens. All right. So it says, he says to himself, what? Who shall bring me down to the ground? It says, thou hast exalted thyself as an eagle, and thou hast said thy nest amongst the stars. All right. Hence will I bring thee down, said the Lord, man, because Esau think that he's going to get away, all right, because he has all this money, all right. He has these underground bunkers, all right. He has these also, again, these space stations where he can go to, for so-called protection. But the Lord said, well, he's going to bring those things down, man, all right. He's going to bring his space station down, all right. He's going to crack through the rocks and gather up the different heathen nations, all right, and put them in subjection and chains, man. All right, you rich elite bankers, man. You Rothschilds, you DuPonts, all right, the Gettys, the different people that own, these different
rich men,
banking systems, man.
Rich men. We're rich men too.
Yep.
Rich how? We got these scriptures. Esau, you just got to control right now. You just able to you're not even pushing the buttons. You're just able to be in a room where the buttons are. You got it, bro. I got one.
Yes, more. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 49. And we start at verse 31. Jeremiah 49, verse 31. Arise, get ye up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care. And hey, that's America down to a T. A wealthy nation that's gotten its wealth and its riches off of the backs of slaves, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and it says that dwelleth without care. Because America and the people of America, they have no care whatsoever. Carefree, careless. They could care less about, what's going on in the world and how the things that's going on in certain countries are getting ready to affect them are here in that so-called homeland. Okay, all these people are worried about is celebrating Thanksgiving, celebrating Halloween. They're getting ready to celebrate Christmas. And Lord willing, this is the last Christmas that this place gets to celebrate. They're worried about turning up for New Year's, celebrating birthdays and all this other crap.
Okay. Wait. And the scriptures tell you in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, those unwalled villages, man. All right? Speaking of those defense systems, you're going to be defenseless, man. That dwellers without care. You just la, 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 la. But the whole time, you're getting out of that further and further away from what you used to be, a shadow of your former self. That's what America is, man. You're not that mighty nation that you once were, man. These other nations are bucking at you now, saying, hey, we'll push this button. All right, and prophecy is going to be fulfilled because your defense systems, they're going to be null and void in that day, man. They're not going to be detecting all these missiles. They're going to be rendered null and void, man. Completely shut down. You got it, bro.
Jeremiah.
Yeah. The brother in
Jeremiah 49, verse 31. Arise, get ye up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. And the gates and the bars represents what the brother was just going into. It's a defense system. Okay, all of America's fighter jets, its weapons, its tanks, like all that stuff is all like outdated and basically through. America's military is weakened to the point to where when that nuclear war breaks out, the United States has no chance to win that war. They have no chance to defend themselves.
Nothing.
Okay, just look at the people that's in the military. A lot of sodomites, a lot of these women, they all freaked out.
It's a joke, man.
It's a joke.
It's a joke, man, and that should raise a red flag. Like the brother made a point earlier, man. 2/3 of our people. That should raise a red flag in your mind, like, hey, man, look around. The shopping markets ain't what they used to be. The military ain't what it used to be. All this killing. Look at what's being promoted and pushed to the forefront, man. That shows you who are the rulers of this place, man. Of what's pushed to the forefront, of what's not allowed to be put to the forefront, man. Wake up, Israel. You got it, brother.
Shoot, they even have certain articles that you can look up saying that the U.S. military right now has a hard time recruiting new people to join the military, and even brothers been sending articles in the WhatsApp and whatnot showing that Esau is using this new release of Call of Duty to recruit newer members. So that just goes to show you how much that the U.S. military has fallen from what it once was, going back to the Vietnam War and World War II and all of that. America's military was at its height. Now it's at an all-time low. It has neither gates nor bars, like I just read.
And if I could say too, like the brother was going into, he said, well, basically, America is like a foreshadowing, like the brother was saying, a foreshadowing of what it used to be. And it's still picking up some of those characteristics, not some, but a lot of those characteristics, which is spreading that military far out, to these different regions, running that military thin. So it's no...
Can't keep it at home, like you just said. Yep.
So it's no coincidence that the brother brought out talking about how in the modern warfare game that they're actually looking for recruitments, man, people to be recruited into the army, man. All right, so hey, that was one aspect, the army, and then you have the financial too, because they had, they were financially
came from.
Yep.
You got the military, you got the religious, and you got the banking system. All right, D.C., Washington, District of Columbia representing the military. All right, London representing the banking system, and the Vatican representing the religious system. All right, those three unclean frogs, but also going into the judicial, executive, legislative. Make the laws, write the laws, interpret the laws. Man. All right, all of these fall under those 7 heads, 10 horns, man. That scarlet-colored beast. Lafayette. That's what's ruling entire earth right now. But that system is weak. Like the scriptures say, that whore that sitteth upon many waters, man. You got it, brother.
That's verse 32. Jeremiah 49, verse 32. And their camels shall be a booty, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil, and I will scatter into all winds them that are in the utmost corners, and I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, saith the Lord. So from all sides of this place, north, south, east, and west of the United States, the Lord's going to bring calamity upon this place. That's right. So when those nuclear missiles drop, there's no part of this country where you can go to escape the judgment that the Lord has prepared for this place. That's why the scriptures refer to it in Revelations as a lake of fire.
Right, but yet they still pushing that flee Babylon doctrine. Yeah. You can't hide from the Lord, man. But ultimately, to be in that shadow of the Almighty, you have to flee this place spiritually. And you could be saved, man. From this hellfire that's about to wipe this place out, man. Like the scriptures go into, I believe it's in that chapter, Hazard. All right, it's talking about America. It's going to be filled with doleful desert creatures, man. all right, unclean birds, because of that nuclear radiation, man. I got one after you, man. Just back you up as well.
I got one more quick one to back up what you was just going into about how the shadow of the Almighty is really ultimately being beamed up in the chariots, being protected by those chariots, because Lord willing, we'll be looking down as this place is being turned into a lake of fire. But real quick, this is Isaiah 26, verse 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, okay, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." Hey, so Lord willing, we're going to get beamed up into those chariots, okay, to be able to hide ourselves from the indignation that the Lord has prepared for this place. And the word indignation, when you look it up, it means righteous anger, okay, a righteous vengeance, all right, because it's a righteous thing for the Lord to judge this place, okay, for not only the evils that America has done toward its people, especially its elect, but ultimately all the evils that this country has spread throughout the whole world. As the scriptures goes into, the whole world was made drunken off of the wine of Babylon the Great. So the Lord has every right to destroy this place off the face of the earth. Okay, Lord willing, we be not destroyed with it. All right? That's it.
Backing you up. Isaiah 47 and verse 7. "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever." Isaiah 47 and 7. "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou did not lay these things to heart." And that's talking about that oil that set it upon many waters, man. It says, "Neither did remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children." All right. Verse 9, "But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day," and that's likened unto the destruction, all right, of America, man, in 1 hour, like the scriptures go into, man. Thus in 1 hour, all these things shall come to pass, man. All right? And in that same tense, the Most High says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, all right, we shall be changed, man. So you see how the Most High deals? Quickly, man. Hey, this is going to be a shark. Make these things come to pass. And then, boom, man. We're in the shadow of the Almighty. But it says, "I am none else beside me, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come up upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments," man. And that's America. America was built upon sorcery, enchantments, witchcraft, wizardry, man. They did a survey a couple years back and said there's over 500,000 witches in California.
Just in California.
Yeah, and that was years ago, huh? Just in California. Over 500,000 witches, man. Practicing witches. You got it, huh?
And they do that now. Even now, it's even more bad. Especially out here in Louisiana and Florida. Oh man, they do that all day out here, man. All right, that's why that region of the earth be getting so hit with them hurricanes, man. Because the Lord is basically judging those people, man.
Ancient judge.
California or
Florida, Shalakia. But California too, because they be having earthquakes.
Yep.
So,
fires.
Yep. Fires.
Wildfires.
Yeah, that too.
You got it.
I got
one more verse. "For thou hast trusted in thy," Isaiah 47 and 10. "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me." See, the fear of the Most High. Esau doesn't have that, man. He say, who seeth me? I have control of the banking system, the religious system, the government, politics. Who's going to judge me? Who's going to bring me down? On top of that, I have the military. I got bases all over the country. I'm full. But like the Most High said, the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be put in straits, man. And the Most High is going to make it rain upon him while he's eating. Now, that's a dinner for you, man. Like one of these big mob bosses, They'll be in the back of the restaurant eating pasta, just living it up, laughing with everybody. Next thing you know, a shooter goes in there and just takes him out. Now his head is in the pasta, man. He just, in that last moment, he was thinking, man, I'm on top of the world, God. You know how they talk. I'm on top of the world. I got everything. I'm a made man. You know what? You got it, bro. It's a lot.
Just like they got a movie. I think it's called Tale of the Bronx. Basically,
Bronx Tale?
Bronx Tale, Con. Basically, the mob boss killed somebody. All right, killed somebody's father, and the son came back. He was on the top of the world. He had money. All right, you know, he was living lavish. All right, and the son came back and killed him, man. All right, when he was whenever he was, you know, at the top, man. You know, so it's the same thing for Esau, man. All right, when he's about to have that last bite. All right, the Lord is going to throw a monkey wrench in his plans, man. All right, and crash it. All right.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 24. Man, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 23. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 23. But every man in his own order, Hamashiach the first fruits. Afterward, they that are Hamashiach's at his coming. You know, basically going into the process of the elect, the remnant waking up. You know, first and foremost, it will start with Yahushua, you know, making himself a living sacrifice. Okay, and be the first fruits to come back alive from the dead, and through the Spirit, the rest of the elect would come in that same stead through Yahushua's sacrifice, be resurrected from being dead, from that old covenant, you know, dead in their sins. All right. It says, verse 23 again, but every man in his own order. They started with the 12 apostles, then the rest of the 144. It says, Hamashiach the first fruits. Afterward, they that are Hamashiach's at his coming. All right, verse 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. So just as Yahushua and the angels are going to be taking down this kingdom, all right, America, Babylon the Great, at the same time, okay, the elect, which are, symbolic of the kingdom in this scripture, are going to be delivered up. You know, so it's going to work simultaneously. As the Lord is taking down this kingdom, the elect are going to be, the Lord's kingdom, the elect are going to be raised up at the same exact time. You know, and that goes into Jacob taking hold of Esau's heel. You know, as Jacob is pulling down Esau, Jacob is coming up. You know,
like the scripture said, that trumpet, and dead shall be raised incorruptible, basically. Psalms 47:1, just backing the brother up. Oh, clap your hands, all ye people. Shout unto the Most High with the voice of triumph. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob whom he loved, Salah. The Most High is gone up with a shout, the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. That's what's about to happen, man. The sound of a trumpet is going to be blown. We're going to be beamed up. All right, that seventh trumpet, all right, all destruction, hell is break loose. That's going to be unleash of us, ultimately a spiral of events that are going to get us beamed up, man. Because after Jacob's trouble, we're going to inherit the kingdom, man. But we have to go through that fiery trial to inherit that city, like it goes into the Apocrypha. Fire on one side, water, but the inheritance basically is on the other side. You got to go through it, man. You have to, man. That's the trial of man. That's the trial of the sons of God, man. To be deemed worthy to sit in these lots and these seats in the latter days, man. Don't really be in that number. You can take it on that.
All right, this is Romans 8 and 17. It says, "And the children, then heirs of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, and joint heirs with Mashiach. If it says, if so, it be that we suffer with him, and we may also be glorified together." So we're suffering now. All right, the brother said he was going into a different room. We got to suffer, man. You know, we suffer now.
Oh, 144. Man, Black Escalade.
Calm, bro. I seen it, bro.
Yeah. So we suffer now, man. Lord willing, if we endure to the end, the Lord continue to give us that spirit. All right, we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shah, man. All right?
Right. Yabaraka,
Yabaraka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wayasha,
Wayasha,
Marka,
Marka,
Ya'ar,
Ya'ar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyaka,
Panyaka,
Al Yaka,
Al-Yaka,
Wayaka,
Wayaka,
Naka,
Naka,
Yasha,
Yasha,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyaka,
Panyaka,
Al Yaka,
Al-Yaka,
Wayasham,
Wayasham,
Laka,
Laka,
Shalom.
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 All right, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Our teachers, peace and blessing to you, Akim, and you sincere Agwat out there pushing this truth and sincerity. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Babu Bob.
Babu Bob.
Kwam Yashala.
Yashala.
Shalom. Until next time, Shalom.